Hey, welcome everybody. It's Thomas Tadlock. We're here at the Livestream Q&A. It's the first one for the next big shred that we're going to be doing starting tomorrow. Okay, Taylor, let's start with your question. For those who currently dedicate no time to working out, what would a 100% increase be? Here's what you do. You get a cheap little pedometer, and you're going to, oh darn it, hold on. You're going to wear that pedometer just for the next day or two, and it's going to give you like an average number of steps. You can even do this with your smartphone. A lot of smartphones are measuring exercise activity, but anyway, it gives you a baseline. It tells you how many steps that you're doing, how much calorie that you're doing. I mean, how many calories you're burning sometimes, and then your goal at that point is just to increase that. So you start with just a 50% increase, and then eventually by the end of the shred, you're going to go for a full 100% increase. Do you often find that people need to eat meals in addition to the smoothies when starting this challenge? Hey Taylor, so this is something, I'm not sure if you're asking, are you supposed to do just smoothies versus meals? What you're gonna do is just drink the smoothies and then eat whatever you normally eat. That's all you've really got to do. If you want to go super hardcore and get the best results humanly possible, then yeah, you can start cutting out a lot of your meals and then swap them in for like raw vegan meals. That's one way you could do it, but it's not as permanent and it's not as long lasting because you don't get the same psychological change that you do when you gradually kind of step your way to this. So the whole point of doing the smoothies is when you're putting all of the smoothie into your system, and especially when you get to the point when you're doing almost a gallon of the stuff a day, it doesn't leave a lot of room for junk. And what happens is when you're putting this much smoothie, well, I'm going to say it's smoothie, but it's really not. You know what it is? It's water. It's a ton of greens. It's an abnormally large amount of greens and omega-3s. When I'm putting that in my system starts to get addicted to these type of foods. And so I start tending towards wanting more salads and raw vegetables and fruits versus like the processed vegan junk that tastes really, really good. I start finding this stuff tastes a whole lot better. And so that's how it kind of works is after time, my habits change so that I'm actually craving these type of foods. You know, I don't think anybody can argue that if you were to go on a diet of just huge amounts of pure raw vegetables, omega-3 fatty acids, lots and lots of water, you're going to get in insanely good shape. You're going to get really, really healthy. So that's the whole point of using smoothies is to kind of crowd out all the bad stuff. Okay, Tony. Oh, well, I didn't see it. I know the guy no, Tony, don't give up. Here's what you do. You're going to go back to smoothie shred. Whoops. You're going to go back to smoothie shred. That's Real Estate Dojo. Smoothie shred. And then there's this thing right here. Once you get in, I call it the magic search bar. And you're going to type in #support. And then when you type in #support, you're going to see it right here. The 5-step smoothie template video. #support. And in fact, everybody use #support when you're searching to find any video that we've ever put up. Any teaching article that we've put up, it's going to be any explainer, it's going to be in #support. You can find it there. Bina. Which is best, chia seeds or flax seeds or a combination of both? There really is no best. You can use either or. Cass, what do you suggest for someone that don't have to be hungry to eat? I can be full and miserable and yet eat. What I suggest is you drink these smoothies and then whatever happens after that, you're still going to be better off, whether you eat or if you don't. Start pounding these smoothies every single day. I take a lot of medicine for my lupus and seizures, and it makes me nauseated. I don't have much of an appetite.
I'm sorry to hear that you're struggling with lupus, and I'm really excited that you're here because I know what it's like. I had lupus for 12 years before I met this man, and I was able to heal completely. This is 13 years lupus-free, by the way.
I know, 13 years.
13 years lupus-free. But so if you have lupus and you need medication to keep yourself going, then do that. That's one question I get a lot too, is should I just stop my meds and go on smoothies? No. If the meds are keeping you alive right now, then that's really important, okay? But yes, they can absolutely affect your stomach. So you're going to need to figure out how to do this in a way that works for you. So do you need to do your smoothies maybe an hour or so after your medicines when your stomach calms down? Maybe just start with some water, some tea, take your meds, and when your stomach feels better, then go for your smoothies. Do you need to do your smoothies first, and then when your stomach calms down, go for your meds? That's going to take some practice and figuring out, but if you have the mindset, the Thomas mindset of get it done, you'll find a way. And worst case scenario, and I really suggest you do the smoothies because it's the best way to really get all the nutrients in. I mean, we've seen that people who would never eat the foods we want will drink these, but if absolutely there's something about getting all that liquid down that's activating your stomach, you can always in an emergency eat the greens instead.
Can Delina Morales, can smoothies help with low white blood cell count?
Hi guys, so it depends on what's going on with your white blood cell count. So one of the things that we see is that when people are on a really extremely healthy diet, like the people who are on my my hypernourishing healing protocol, right? So there's people right now who are in my 6-week rapid recovery group. Some of you guys I think are here right now. Those guys are on such an anti-inflammatory diet that a lot of them, when they're done, they will have a slightly low white blood cell count. And that's actually a sign that they're super, super healthy, because most people's white blood count are a little bit elevated because every meal they eat provides a little bit of inflammation. So when they get super healthy, their doctor will freak out and go, oh my God, your white count's low. Maybe you have cancer. And no, they're just healthier than you've ever seen before. So if it's for that reason, you don't need to worry about it. Now, if you have an illness right now, if you have active lupus, active cancer, other things like that, then that can also cause your white count to either be really high or really low, depending on what's happening in your body. Either way, drinking these smoothies, in addition to having a very low inflammation diet, a plant-based diet, that will actually help you heal the illness, which is driving the low white count. So either way, you're good.
What type of workout is recommended? Hey Marie, go to the, let me take you over there right now. Just go to smoothieshred.com. This is also in the email, but let me take you over to smoothieshred.com. Go on videos. And when you start going into videos, I've got some workout stuff. So right here, high intensity interval training cardio, doing what it takes to work out anywhere. Here's a vegan tummy tightener workout that you can do at home.
Love that.
And I also have some webinars that go over some more strategies on how to build muscle and lose body fat and things like that. So hopefully you'll find that helpful. Go to those videos for some resources. So do you do actual meal replacement, or are you sipping a full blender of smoothie all day between meals, etc.? Well, I don't really have a schedule on when I do my smoothies. Sometimes I'll pound an entire Vitamix in one shot, or I'll sip it throughout the day, and I eat meals as I feel like it. There's no pre-thought to what I'm going to eat. All I know for a fact is that I'm definitely going to be drinking as much of the smoothie as humanly possible throughout the day, and then the rest of the food that I eat it. Like for example, last night, I had a whole Vitamix worth of smoothie yesterday, and then ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then went to have some Thai food at a restaurant last night. It just, that's just what I normally eat, but I also make sure that it's not. I make sure I drink this no matter what. I drink as much of this as I possibly can, no matter what.
Yeah, I think we're kind of unstructured now because we trust our food. I mean, our metabolism is really fast thanks to these smoothies and eating this way. So we can kind of trust our body and eat what we want. Usually when I'm working, I'm sipping smoothies all day long. It keeps my energy high. I feel amazing, and I don't need to leave my desk unless I have to go to the bathroom or something. Whereas on a day when I'm not at my desk, then I might tend to eat more solid meals and just have my smoothie maybe for breakfast or a snack later in the day. Yeah, it's not structured that way. It's not strict.
Hey Pam Joseph, if I have a smoothie and food at the same time, is it better to have the smoothie first before eating the food? Yeah, it is. And the only reason is so that you're guaranteed to get the nutrients of the smoothie in. What you don't want to do is be so full from eating your food. Like for example, if you were sitting down and you had a smoothie like this and a delicious, giant, extra large vegan pizza. And if you're like me, once I have that one slice, I don't stop until most of the pizza's gone. So I don't want to be in a situation where I've gotten too full to drink or eat anything else. So I want to make sure that I have my smoothie in no matter what. So this is going to come first. You know what? That's actually a very interesting. I've never had that scenario where I've actually had my smoothie with my meal, with another meal in front of me. I've just never had that. So that might tell me that you're not drinking enough smoothie. You need to be drinking a lot more smoothie.
I have done it, but I'm really out of control. Sometimes I've had a smoothie while eating a salad.
Yeah, but you don't drink as much as I do.
Right, but it's like hardcore. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm really hardcore because I'm having greens in my cup and greens in my bowl. But definitely smoothie first. Yeah, fill your tummy with the good stuff.
Okay, Delina just wrote, thank you, Brooke. I'm healthy. I think been eating, but my doctor found some concerning things. Delina, why don't you just go set up an appointment? Go to goodbyelupus.com or veganmedicaldoctor.com and just get yourself set up with an appointment. That's the best thing to do.
I think, is she the one that had the low white count?
She had the low white count.
So if you're super healthy and the only thing wrong is your white count is slightly low, that's actually a sign that you've got lower inflammation than all of his other patients. So good work.
Barbara Engler. Hi, Brooke. This is for you, Brooke. When you are repeating doing your 6 steps, when are you repeating doing your 6 steps webinar again? I like to watch it periodically.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know that, I like to give free classes. It's usually about once every, once every month to 2 months, depending when I have the time in, because I want to make sure that you guys get the information you need to heal, because there's so much bad information out there. So I'm probably going to do the next round of classes at the end of January. I have not set the date yet, but it's my goal this week to set the date because January is already flying by, so I can make sure that I get those classes in for you guys. So I will announce it in Smoothie Shred. Don't you worry. You guys will be the first to hear.
Hey, Mark. Mark said, I've had a tough time eating clean on vacation. Freezing cold temps have not helped. You know, Mark, what I love is when you're going on vacation and you have your smoothies, you can eat terrible, like garbage, like you would normally eat on vacation. But the smoothies have the impact of keeping your metabolism really high. So it just, the bad foods don't have nearly the same damaging effect that they normally would without the smoothies. Madeline, so if we need to shred some pounds, any tips for diet? Madeline, have you read anything, anything that you've received after registering? Here's what you're gonna do, Madeline. You're gonna go and you're gonna find these training videos, there's plenty of tips over there, and then you're going to open up your email and get the guideline email. Now, if you didn't get that, I filmed an entire video on how to get around that too, and I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show you right here. Let's go to Facebook. We're going to go to Facebook, and you're going to back to Smoothie Shred. You're going to open up the pinned post, and I'm going to show you exactly where to find the email archive of every. There we go. Smoothie Shred. You're going to go and get the email archive so you can get all of the tips, not just some. I'm going to give you all of them. You're going to click right here. This is the pinned post. You're going to go down to this link right here. It says archive, aweber.com, and it's got all the guidelines, every single one of them. Every single email I've ever sent out, it's here. And what you're looking for specifically is week 1, guidelines, smoothie template, grocery list, and workout. And if you click on that, it'll open up the entire, look at that, a beautiful picture that shows you exactly what to do and spells out step by step what to do. Elizabeth, is it cheating if you add a lot of water to the smoothies to make it smoother, or am I good if I get all my greens in? Don't tell Dr. Goldner on me. No, I'm not going to tell on you. Elizabeth, what's important is that you get your greens in. So it really doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, when we're doing our Smoothie Shred guidelines, I created them so in a way where it would make it simple and elegant to be able to get all the nutrients in that you need to be able to heal and to increase your metabolism and get fitter easier. But if you want to eat your greens, as long as it's the same amount at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So not everybody loves smoothies. Most people do. That's why we've taken off like wildfire. But if you, as long as you get the same amount of greens in at the end of the day, like the goal is at least a pound if possible, then you're good. You could do it in smoothie form, you could do it in salad form, you could do it in a combination. You could put in a pound in your blender and then dilute it with more water. It doesn't matter. Having more water too is also a good thing. Okay, Denise Pounds, I have a Ninja blender and find that whole flaxseed and chia seeds don't get ground up. Am I getting any benefit from those if they're still in whole form? And the answer is it's actually the ones that stay whole, through your digestive system, unfortunately, yeah, you're right. There's no benefit because the oil is inside the seed. You got to get the seeds cracked open in order to extract the oil from it. That's where the omega-3s live. So, I'm surprised though. I'm surprised that your Ninja doesn't blend it up. I would recommend letting it go for a good, and I'm not kidding, a straight 4 to 5 minutes blending nonstop. There's a good chance that after 4 or 5 minutes, because most people, when they blend it, they only turn the blender on for barely a minute. They just wait until all their stuff goes from the layers of greens and the fruits and the seeds to just a big green black. What you're going to do is let it blend for a good 5 minutes. On my Vitamix blender, I blend for anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes straight. Tracy, I've been vegan for almost 2 years and been doing the smoothies for a week. My inflammation is way down, but I'm bloated. Did I hear you guys mention previously that probiotics would help while my system adjusts? Probiotics have been shown to help because here's what happens. I mean, the reason you're bloated is because you're getting some sort of reaction that's causing gas. And that could be because you're lacking certain bacteria that's just not processing and digesting the food, the fruit, the vegetables that you're eating. So that's one strategy is you can add probiotics, see if it works. And here's the thing. Here's how you know if it works. If you take them, you'll immediately see the effects. If it doesn't work, then go through the process of elimination. Start with the fruit. Typically, in my experience, been doing this for a long time, and this is just what I've seen. This is not based on theory. This is just based on what I've seen. Just start with the fruit. Usually, it's a fruit combo that bloats certain people up. Not everyone bloats for the same reasons. This is a very, I would take it trial and error. I would do the trial and error method. So take out one fruit at a time, drink it, see if you still get bloated. Usually what happens is when people start with the base, just pure green and omega-3 smoothies, there's no bloating whatsoever. So usually it's some fruit or combination of fruits that's causing their bloating. Like for me, pineapple is normally not a bloating food for most people, but for some reason, when I eat pineapple, it bloats me out. Don't know why that is. Same with strawberries. Strawberries bloat me out. For a lot of people, any type of berry doesn't do any bloating for them. So the only way to know is to test. Regarding flax and chia seeds, it's difficult to add a half a cup because it makes it extremely thick and the taste of flax is too strong. Does it make a difference if I reduce the amount? I'm confused on the amount required because a handful is nowhere near a half a cup. I hear you say a handful, but the recipe says 1 cup. Do I need to add that much? Thanks for bringing that up. So bigger people need more nutrients. Smaller people need less nutrients. Bigger people have more cells to feed. Smaller people have fewer cells to feed. So when you look at someone's hand, I found this to be just an ingenious way to basically nail an estimation of an amount of flax or chia seeds that's relative to the size of the human being, him or herself. Because bigger people have bigger hands, smaller people have smaller hands, so therefore the amount is adjusted. And I've seen the range go from anywhere between 1/3 of a cup to about 1/2 of a cup. So in your case, just do this. Just do 1/3 of a cup, or do just the maximum that you can withstand for your smoothie, and then maybe just do more smoothies. So then that way, you're going to do 2 blenders of smoothie. Now you've got double the amount of flax seeds. So if you need to do 1/4 cup and you do 2 smoothies, well, now you've got a 1/2 cup in at the end of the day. My Vitamix still leaves bits of chia after 2 minutes. Then you need to go for 3 minutes, Elizabeth, because mine leaves 0. Or you need to get your blades checked, or you need to get your Vitamix checked. Should I do smoothies if I am on prednisone? Ooh. Since I'm under flare of lung. Okay, that is a medical question. What you want to do is set up an appointment with Dr. G as quickly as possible, and she can help you answer that question. Lisa, I too have a Ninja, and it doesn't chop my flax seeds solo, so I use my Bullet Mini Ninja to do my flax seeds. And a little water, it forms a gel. I would recommend that you add a little bit more water, see if that fixes the problem right there. Sounds like you might not have enough water. Mark, yeah, I'm not going to read that out loud. Cass, I'm using flax seeds, but didn't realize when I bought, they say golden toasted flax. Still okay, same benefits, or should I go get regular? Yeah, If it's been toasted, I don't know if it's golden toasted, it may be just a marketing thing. It means that they never toasted it or they never, did anything to it. I would get, you want to get it in raw form. Omega-3s are very delicate, and when you expose them to enough heat, they basically become useless. I hope you're excited about tomorrow's shred. So tomorrow we're going to be doing our smoothies tomorrow. So let me just go over what I want you to do to participate. You're going to, when you make your smoothie in the morning, take a picture of the smoothie in the blender before you've blended it, and then post that. And then the next thing is we're all going to be getting more exercise in, and doesn't matter what you choose to do, just as long as you figure out a way to make it so it's more than what you're currently doing. And take a picture of yourself after you've completed it. So that means if you're really, really sweaty, take those pictures. Those are the best ones. If you went through for a nice brisk walk, take a picture of yourself at the end of the walk, completing it, and let us all celebrate your victory. We're all going to keep each other accountable for the next few weeks. And then what I'm also going to do is put up posts where you can ask all of your questions. Because what's going to happen is I want the feed to be flooded with everybody's smoothie and workout picks. What I don't want is for the feed to be flooded with everybody's questions. So the way we help with that is I'll put up a post with a picture. It says week 1 questions, and you are going to ask your questions in that post and in that post only. And what that does is it puts all the questions in one place, and it makes it super easy for Brooke and I to be able to run through and answer all of your questions in one shot. And it's also a great way for everybody to kind of get like a frequently asked questions in there, because we will answer those questions right there within that thread. Okay, Pam. Hey, Pam. Good to see you again. Old boot camp client. Do you recommend eating on a schedule after you finish your smoothie? Do you eat lunch at lunchtime or wait till you're hungry? I go just randomly. If you work better on a schedule, do a schedule. If you work better kind of on the fly, do that. Yeah, there's no wrong way to do that other than the way that doesn't work for you. But in terms of results, it doesn't make a difference. I'm going to say go with the one that causes the least amount of stress, because you'll be able to stick with it long term. Remember, the whole point is we're trying to get this a habit. This is it. We're trying to turn this into a habit, because this fixes like 85 to 90% of the problems that are keeping you from getting the results that you want. Not having this, that is the biggest problem that almost every one of you who are experiencing any sort of lack of fitness results, any sort of lack of health results, it's because you're just not getting enough nutrients in your body on a daily basis. So we're going to use this to fix that. Taylor, outside of smoothies, do you recommend light snacks that have lots of omega-3s? Hey, Taylor, I love omega-3s, man. They are they're one of the biggest key ingredients to increasing your metabolism. And that's something that I talk about a lot more in detail in a book that I'm going to be launching. It's already out, but nobody buy it. Please, nobody buy it. But I got a book out. It's called the Metabolic Miracle, or Miracle Metabolism. I should get my title right. I don't want you guys to buy it yet. I'll be talking about that in detail, and I'll be putting out a lot of content explaining that. But yes, man, omega-3s are the bomb. Elizabeth, I still have to eat all day to try and get everything in. Yeah, that's true. Well, Elizabeth, you're on the rapid recovery protocol, so that's a lot more hardcore, and we're trying to heal some serious symptoms here. So yeah, we've got to when anybody who's dealing with an extreme illness, you can't heal it with a moderate strategy. If you've got an extreme illness, you have to take an extreme strategy to be able to beat it. Okay, I have had better results in terms of feeling better and inflammation juicing. Do you think this is bulk issue? My body isn't as happy with so much fiber, I think. Hey, Lori, you might have a medical condition. So that would be something I would DM, direct message Dr. G directly, and maybe go through. Oh, you don't have to DM. She's right here. Hold on. Here, Lori's asking right here. I've had better. Okay, you heard it.
Okay. Hi, Okay, so this is something that comes up a lot. I was in my office and I had to run over on that question. So if you find that the fiber is causing you a problem, that's actually a sign of your gut not being very healthy. So juices are easy for anyone to digest. And that's why when someone's got severe gut inflammation, like they have Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or something like that, where they can't absorb anything because they've got diarrhea all day long, I start with juice because they can absorb some nutrients from that, but they don't get anywhere near the nutrition that you would get from the smoothie, the fiber, the minerals. So as soon as they can, I move them right over to the smoothies. Now, what I find sometimes is when people's guts are too slow, that because of what they used to eat and the inflammation that they have, that when they add fiber, it actually bulks up and it makes their stomach hurt and it makes it hard to go to the bathroom, which the opposite would happen in a healthy gut. That's a sign that you need to work on your gut, and I can totally help you do that. That's a really important sign, and it's a red flag to you that you're having issues with your gut functioning properly, because this is much better for you, much better for your health. Anyone can take juices in, and anyone should be able to do the smoothies, and if you're having struggles with that, that just shows that your gut needs some healing.
Debbie Dassey, I need to lose weight. You've come to the right group. Let me talk about weight loss for a second. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about weight loss. I happen to be an expert in that field. When you're losing weight, the weight that you want to lose is from body fat. Now, you're going to lose weight. Half of you are going to lose weight doing the smoothies. The other half are going to actually gain weight. But it's important that you don't freak out if it's not what you want. And as I explain this, I'm going to page right over to our website so that you are armed with the right education to help you interpret what's going on with your body weight. Body fat is something that gets chopped off your body on a slow rate. You don't see 2 or 3 pounds of pure body fat removed from your body after a couple days. It doesn't work that way. And also 2 to 3 pounds of body fat doesn't get put on your body in 2 to 3 days. When you see weight fluctuations, and this is, some of you are going to see a large, rapid decrease in body weight in a very short period of time, and some of you are going to see the opposite. And there are explanations and very, very rational reasons for both of those. It's super important that you understand the difference between the possible scenarios. So what I want you to watch, anybody who is trying to lose weight, please do this. Go to this video right here. On the Smoothie Shred website, go to the videos, how to tell if you're really losing fat with a scale. Everybody who is trying to lose weight or is interested in losing weight or understanding what's going on with your weight, please watch that. Super, super, super important. Before asking any questions about it, please watch this video. It is an explainer on how to truly understand and interpret your body weight in an accurate way. Yeah, Elizabeth, I gained at first a lot. Some of you are going to gain weight because you're chronically dehydrated. And when you've got 50 trillion cells or more in your body and they're in a state of dehydration, by finally adding all these smoothies in, all of those cells are going to uptake more water than they currently have right now. Well, that water, it becomes part of you. So it's going to become part of your total weight on the scale. It doesn't mean you got fatter. It just means you got more hydrated. So some people, when they gain weight, what they're discovering is what they should have weighed all along if they were properly hydrated. Now, others, you are going to notice a dramatic decrease in body weight because hydration was not your issue. Detox was your issue. Smoothies have an amazing effect of detoxing and helping you release a lot of junk that your body has been holding on to. That means that you've been holding on to an excess of water because the water is attracted to a lot of toxins and things that are in your body that you just don't need. And also food, believe it or not. I mean, when I used to eat a lot of meat, I had a lot of food, protein, and stuff in my gut that, well, it's there because we all, human beings, we have these extremely long intestines. I mean, like feet and feet and feet of intestines. So you're going to have stuff trapped in there. And animal products have a tendency to kind of live in there a little longer than plant-based foods do. Plant-based foods move right through you. And so what happens when you start doing all this smoothie with all this fiber, the fiber starts to build up and it bores and tunnels through your intestines, basically scraping out everything with it. That's why you can get dramatic weight loss very, very soon into this program. But let's talk about body fat, because that's really what you're trying to get rid of. I mean, I know some of you are trying to get rid of the excess bloat, and that's a good thing. But it's not something that'll keep going. Once you get rid of the bloat, you're done. That's going to be the end of the weight loss for bloating. The only way to continue to lose weight after that is going to be, in a healthy way, it's going to be from fat loss. We don't want to lose muscle either, but so fat loss is really what we're after. The only thing that takes fat off your body in a consistent, reliable way that keeps going and going and going is fat loss exercise. So go to the video section, watch the tutorials on the fat loss exercises, and understand the strategies for how to implement fat loss in your exercise routine so you can start taking a lot of fat. What the smoothies do is it creates an environment where fat loss exercise can be a lot more effective. Smoothies and fat loss exercise are a fat loss multiplier of each other. When you do one, you get meh results. If you do the other, you get meh results. But if you do both combined, that's where you get these sensational body transformations. That's why celebrities call me up and ask me to consult them, because they've got 3 weeks to look good in a swimsuit, So watch those videos. I give all the information away for free. But I just saw a video about how women's cycles really affects how hard they can work out in the 3rd and 4th week of their cycle. Do you find this to be true?
It really depends on the person. And also I found that's changed throughout my life. In general, doing some light workouts during your cycle can actually help you feel better. It can help with the cramping. It can help with the symptoms. It definitely can help with the mood. So you might need to just change the intensity up or the type of workout that you're doing during your cycle. But you really have to go with how your body feels. I know there's a lot of times where on my cycle, I don't feel like exercise, but it actually is beneficial and it feels better when I do it. So you might just need to listen to your body a little bit, like go into the gym, move around. I usually don't do any crunches at that time because that actually tends to make me feel like cramping, but maybe do some stretching, maybe do some cardio, something like that. But yeah, that's changed for me over time. I know in my 40s, I feel a lot differently during my cycle than I did in my 20s. Maybe it's because I've had 2 kids. But when it comes to being a woman, all bets are off, right? Our hormones throw in a whole different wrench in the plan that's different. But try not to make a steadfast rule for yourself that, I'm on my cycle, now I can't work out. Try to go in and do what you can.
Good deal. Mo, if I can't commit to the total program because of work, should I just do 1 smoothie a day and then go all in? Hey Mo, you know what? The answer is always get as much smoothie in as you possibly can, and just make that the commitment. Don't beat yourself up if you feel like you're drinking under a certain amount, because here's what happens when you commit to drinking as much as possible. Your brain it kind of unlocks an inner genius in you, and you will be surprised at the solutions that you will find. I know you're a teacher, you can't drink a gallon. Hey, Brooke was a full-time freaking resident doing moonlighting shifts at Harbor UCLA Medical Center when she was doing her residency to become a medical doctor, and it didn't stop her from drinking over a gallon of water every single day. And this was before we understood we started doing the smoothies.
But I was doing the gallon of water. And what I can add to that too, that was actually really compassionate. I'm going to be the hard ass on this one. What I'm seeing here, because we have other people who are teachers who have done this program, pharmaceutical reps, all sorts of people who have really, really busy lifestyle, nurses. There's always a way, but what I'm seeing is you started out with that you can't. And once you've decided you can't commit, you're going to be looking for ways to support that, because our brains always want to be right. This thing in this head, and this head too, they always want to be right. So if you've already decided that you can't, you will make sure that comes true. But if you decide that I will, that's when the genius gets unlocked, and that's when you figure out ways to make it happen.
Oh man, you just got schooled. I'm just kidding, Mo. Yeah, there are.
I'm trying to help.
There are some 4-letter words in the English dictionary that can ruin your day, but the word can't. That'll ruin your life.
Ooh, that was deep, babe.
Wendy, I've been following this for 11 weeks and lost 15 pounds. You're awesome. Good job. BJ Love, I have RA bad. I've been on smoothies for 2 months, but...
Not sure how long it'll take. Okay, so that's more for me. So, as Thomas said a few times during this Q&A, Smoothie Shred is not for disease reversal. This is a stepping stone towards that, to get the nutrients in your life that'll raise your metabolic rate, that'll help you conquer disease, that'll help you lose fat, that can help you get your metabolism faster. For folks who have severe illnesses like rheumatoid arthritis, those are the folks that need to go to the next level to go into the hypernourishment protocol in order to reverse illness. So a lot of people, when they just join Smoothie Shred, just by adding what they're missing in the smoothies, they start to feel so much better. We've had a lot of people in Smoothie Shred tell us that their lupus is getting better, their rheumatoid arthritis is getting better. But for most people with an extreme illness, they need a more extreme protocol. That's why I have my rapid recovery group, my 4 weeks one-on-one. That is geared towards pushing you through the most extreme version of hypernourishment in order to really reverse an extreme and difficult disease. So if you're not getting results just by adding the smoothie, it just means that you need to go a bit hardcore in order to eliminate the inflammation to get rid of that disease. But don't give up. I help people with rheumatoid arthritis every day get pain-free, eliminate their need for medicines, and go back to enjoying their lives. So you can do it too, okay? Just don't give up.
Cool. No Garza, you asked, can we replace some of the 25% fruit with fruit juice like apple cider to sweeten it? No, don't do that, because the like if you had poured in enough fruit juice to fill up that 25% space, that's the equivalent of, if you're talking about apple cider, I mean, that's the equivalent of squeezing out, refining, and I don't know. In some cases, they actually add sugar to sweeten it. But maybe let's pretend that you just got raw apple cider from apples. You gotta. It's like the equivalent of putting in like 18 apples just to get that little amount. I know I'm exaggerating, but I mean the point is you're getting way more than just the amount of 25% whole fruit that you would normally have. So yeah, don't do it. Gary lost 5 pounds, but I've eaten more. Nice job. Lori, speaking of the long intestines, have you seen any issues with intestinal parasites? There are loads of people on the web expelling what they believe to be parasites that have adversely affected their health. The claim is they feel better after. That one, Brooke just took off. Lori, I'm gonna have to divert that one to Brooke. I have no idea. Wendy, can we still heal if we are eating other foods that are cooked? Wendy, if you're in our healing program, you know the answer to that. But it really depends on what you're trying to heal from. Not all cooked foods are bad, but cooked foods don't heal. Isn't that poetic? That's actually a good answer right there. So not all cooked foods are bad, but cooked foods will not and do not heal. And depending on what kind of disease or symptoms you're healing from, it's going to take an enormous amount of nutrients for your cells to reverse whatever it is that you're suffering from. That's why we just don't eat cooked foods in our healing programs, because it competes for space. Like, there's only so much food we can eat. We want every last ounce and gram of food to be from healing foods, so that way we basically hypernourish and overload the system so that it can heal and do nothing else but heal. Rachel, what vegan protein powder do you recommend? Anyone that tastes good, that's pretty much the thing. I think it's got to taste good. It's got to be priced affordably. They're all pretty much just as good as another. I mean, the main ingredient in most vegan protein powders is pea protein. Pea protein works just fine as a protein replacement. Although I find tofu to work so much better, and in a lot of cases, say with soybeans and seitan, just works so much better. And here's how you know: just try it. I mean, just start eating a lot of different vegan protein powders, and just notice how much you end up farting like crazy when you eat that. When you're farting a lot, that's a signal of like you're not digesting all of the protein 100%. Otherwise, because all your aerobic bacteria take over and start creating a big party in your butthole. Horrible situation. Pea protein, having too much. But if you want to do vegan pea protein, let's see, what was I having lately? At Costco, that organic, or I think it's called Orgain. That's it. The Orgain protein, that worked great. Anything by Warrior Force, super, super high quality stuff. Taylor, do you eliminate occasional alcohol consumption during the shred challenge? Taylor, it depends on what I'm trying to do. If I'm trying to get super shredded, if I'm trying to get like full on ripped six pack, I got a photo shoot, I got to represent hard. Yeah, I'm not drinking at all. But in maintenance mode, yeah, absolutely. I'll enjoy a drink from here and there. I'm just not a person that loves alcohol. I love the first few sips of anything, and then I'm done. Elizabeth, will the exercises help reduce the bloat quicker? Absolutely. Believe it or not, yeah. Elizabeth, the reason why sometimes exercises can dramatically help with bloat are a couple reasons. Number one, when you do rigorous exercise, you're increasing your heart rate. So what it does, it really stimulates your entire circulatory system to be able to push blood and nutrients through all the cells, all your muscular cells of your body. And that, for some reason, can increase your whole metabolic rate, the exchange and the transactions of all the different nutrients within and through your cells. That can have an effect of upping hydration levels and just speeding up a lot of the processes that are in your body that would normally sometimes equate to more bloating or less. The other thing too is sometimes you get bloating because there's gas being formed through your colon. And sometimes when you're exercising really hard and you're doing all that ab work, like if you're doing the stuff that's in my 10-day vegan tummy tightener, every single exercise is designed to fire all the muscles and contract all the muscles of the core. So what happens is your core becomes this like big siphon pump, and it pushes out all this extraneous gas and stuff. And it takes food that's in your intestines. I mean, this is physically happening, and it squeezes all of it, so all of it gets spread out a little bit more evenly, and that can have a positive effect in reducing bloating. And what's cool about that is it's like nothing. That part is just purely physical, mechanical. It's like someone literally giving you a massage through your belly. You know how that works with babies, right? You massage them in a baby who's suffering from colic. When you massage their belly, sometimes that can create relief, and they don't feel the same amount of bloating and gas anymore. Well, you're able to do the same thing by doing all the different core and functional exercises where you're twisting and moving your body, because it's your own skeletal structure and muscles that are doing the massaging of your intestines, the same way mommy would do it for a poor baby suffering from colic. Yes, it is cool. It's icky, but it is. I agree. Melissa, I can never think of questions during live Q&As, probably due to lupus brain fog. Sorry you're suffering from that. But I just wanted to say this has been the most informative Q&A. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey guys, so if you want to find out about what are some exercises that we do in the vegan tummy tightener, I give away some workouts for free. Just go to that video section. I send it to you via email, but I'll just, from here on out, just go to smoothieshred.com, go to videos, and you'll find the workouts there. There's a couple of them, and there's also information on how you can get the whole system. But try those workouts. That'll give you an idea. It's for free. You don't have to sign up for anything too. Okay, is there any meal or snack in between green smoothie intake? Okay, Jelen, I need you to go and read the guidelines, because it doesn't matter. You can eat whatever you normally would eat. Okay, so all we're committing to is just drinking these smoothies every day and getting exercise. This is why this program works so well, because there is no restrictiveness. There's no rules saying you can't eat anything that you would like to eat. So you may continue eating anything that you normally would. And as long as you drink the smoothies, you're going to do a lot better. Your health is going to be so much better. Your fitness results are going to be so much faster. I know so many of you are just trained because everybody else's program says this is what you eat at this time and this is how much you eat and stuff like that. I spent the first half of my fitness and health career creating everybody's diets on those rules. And then what was crazy is I found when people didn't adhere to them, they would oftentimes still get the same darn results. And that's when I figured out, I'm like, oh my gosh, all those rules, people are just making crap up. This is not even based on real results. This is not even based on what's really going to happen. I mean, it's like when I discovered that I can get the same exact muscle and fat loss result eating 3 meals a day versus 6 meals a day. It blew my mind. I thought, oh my gosh, everything that I thought was what you had to do was a rule is just BS. When I discovered that I could build more muscle, and because I've done it, I did it. When I was able to build more muscle faster on 100 grams of protein versus when I was eating 275 grams of protein from animal products, that blew my mind because everything I was ever taught and told and trained how to do as a personal trainer said otherwise. But here's the thing, it's just I'm going to say the health and fitness industry is guilty of this and is contaminated by this more than any other type of industry, scientific industry that's out there. The majority of the information that you're going to read, like advice and tips, is not based on actual experience. It is not based on real results. It is based on people's ideas and theories. And that annoys the piss out of me because there are people out there that are pretending to be experts and giving advice when the advice that they're giving is based on just their best guess. It has nothing to do with what they've done. And we've done this. We have a lot of very, very, very famous plant-based medical doctors, and a lot of you know who they are. They've written best-selling books, and they have argued with us and told us that our smoothies are bad. They won't work. They're going to create spikes in blood sugar. They're going to get people fat. They're not going to be as nutritious. And every single one of them, we have proven them wrong. We've gotten them to admit that our smoothies are actually improving people's health. It's actually lowering blood sugar, and it's crushing any result they've ever been able to get on their own programs. So what I want you to do is when you're trying to decide whether to take advice, or if you hear something or you see an article that seems like it's contradicting what we're teaching, don't post it. Don't ask for our opinion. What I want you to do is just find out if the results really match up with what they're predicting or saying. That's the strategy. Test it if you can, and then really just find out for yourself. That's the best way to do this stuff. Don't believe in theories and ideas, because here's why. Human beings have a track record of being wrong most of the time. Just most of them don't like to admit it. I'd like to just not even play that game and let the results help us decide on our next course of action or our decisions. Results are reality. Theories are just ideas, and they're based in the imagination. Is there any meal or... Okay, curious about Dr. Goldner's diet. I started cutting off eating meat. Okay, get yourself a copy of Goodbye Lupus, and the diet's all there. I have a friend with lupus. She does not do Facebook. She's desperate but knows nothing about hypernutrition or plant-based eating. Where can I point her to start? Atlanta, just have her go to goodbyelupus.com. Goodbyelupus.com. Super easy to remember. And if you even forget the .com, just type in Goodbye Lupus. Brooke's got a 4-time best-selling book, Goodbye Lupus, already out there. It's all over the place on TV and everything. You'll be able to find it easily. I'm normally active in the gym before 2 to 3 times a week. I seldom have flare-ups unless I eat sweets consistently. By the way, I am diagnosed with lupus, September 2013. Okay, yeah, you definitely need to go to goodbyelupus.com. Absolutely, we can have that gone in a matter of weeks. Naomi Livingston. Whenever I eat cooked meals along with the smoothies, I gain weight. I typically eat a whole food plant-based diet, no oil diet. I don't wish to gain weight. Trying to lose. Any thoughts? Yes, Naomi. First of all, you need to go to this video right here. Go to the videos section of the smoothie.com, smoothieshred.com website. Click right here. How to tell if you're really losing fat with the scale. Do that, which means you're gonna go on. If you want, I can help you, but I need you to know what you're doing. I need you to give me 2 straight consecutive weeks of data, and if it is trending up, then we can figure out how to strategize and what's causing that. But until you've done that, you don't really know if you're gaining fat or not. See, that video explains you can gain weight up and down. It's a normal thing to gain weight up and down. My body fluctuates up to 9 pounds in the course of a week. None of it's from body fat. Okay, Elizabeth, thank you for proving what I said was true. I just did 3 minutes and lots of ice. That made such a difference on the chia seeds. Of course it does. Hey, I watched some of your videos on boosting metabolism, and you suggest taking fish oil. Is this an old video? Yes, check the date. It's like 2008 or 2009. I'm vegan. Will chia seeds and the smoothies replace this need? Yes, absolutely. Yep. We went from back in the day before we were vegan, before we were doing it, back in 2008. In 2009, we were doing fish oil, and then we switched from fish oil to flaxseed oil. And we were able to continue the results, and then we switched from flaxseed oil to whole flax seeds, and we got even better results. And then we added in chia seeds, and we got the same results. So see how that's 100% results based. We did one, tested it, did another, tested it, worked better, and so then we switched our guidelines to the new thing that works better. And then we tested something else. It worked even better, so then we switched our guidelines to the things that works the best. That's it. Okay, do you have any stretching videos, or can you recommend one? I do have stretching videos. I do, but I don't have them listed on the Smoothie Shred website. What you're going to do is you're going to go on YouTube, and you're going to find my channel, and it's just Thomas Tadlock. And somewhere in those hundreds of videos I do have some stretching stuff. I think you're going to have to do a hashtag, or you're going to just search for flexibility or stretching. I might have some stuff, or rehab. I can't remember what I titled them, but yes, I do have some stretching videos, particularly for eliminating lower back pain and eliminating knee pain. Can you add chia and flax together in the smoothies? Yes, you can. Yeah, those of you wondering, why do I have those old videos up from 2009 where I'm promoting eating meat and fish oil and things like that? I know, like the vegans are all offended about it. Here's why. Because it attracts non-vegans. And then when they fall in love with the video, and then they really become a fan of mine, and then they look at the new videos and they see, oh my gosh, he's switched over to vegan. Well, guess what they do? They switch over too. So it is those videos are a vegan conversion magnet for me. Yeah, I recommend that to anybody if you're a leader, if you are a leader in your arena, it doesn't matter if it's the vegan movement or if you're a leader in business, and you've got old videos that's preaching stuff that you don't agree with anymore. As long as you're continually putting out new content, stuff that's fresh, stuff that represents your strategies now, leave the old stuff. Leave the old stuff, because what you're going to do is you're going to attract all the other people that had the same wrong idea about something like you did, and you're going to help them by converting them into the good stuff, the better stuff that you're teaching now. I hope you're excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. We're all going to be making our smoothies and posting them online. We're all going to be exercising more and posting our successes online. I can't wait to celebrate with all of you. We'll do more of these. My plan and intention is to do another live Q&A probably at the end of every single week. So that way the guidelines are going to change just a little bit. We're going to very slowly progress you from where you are right now to doubling your exercise. We're also going to slowly progress you from where you are to just a minimal amount of smoothie, because I just want you to get used to just making the smoothies. I'm not really concerned in the first week of how much smoothie you're getting in. All I care is that you're getting some form of smoothie in, and then we're going to increase that strategically. And it's all part of the process. But if you want to get a head start and see what's ahead, then just simply go to the email archive, and you can look at all the different weeks. All the emails are there. I have nothing to hide from you guys. I want you to have all the information. I want you to use this to change your life. I love you all. This is Thomas Tadlock, and I'm going to speak for Brooke. We love you guys, and we're here to help you guys. And just keep in mind too, only because this got brought up recently, we got some people doubting our motivations for this. They think that we've got this big big business built on the smoothie thing. We don't. I make my money. I make a ton of money in my real estate business. I'm very, very successful in real estate investing, and Brooke has a very successful healing program as well. And we use this as a way to help heal people. I mean, if you notice, if you just look at the comments, people heal their diseases just doing smoothie shred alone, and we don't charge a dime for it. And so, okay, I love you guys, and I mean it this time. We're going to go ahead and end this.